I was digging around for a charger when my hand brushed against something under the bed. Pulling it out, I found an old shoebox worn at the edges, filled with scraps Anna had collected. Receipts, little cards, random notes. First it warmed me. These were fragments of our life. Proof that she had cared enough to keep them. But then my breath caught. Buried beneath the clutter was a photograph. Anna, laughing in a cafe. Her hand resting on the arm of a man I had never seen before. Their closeness wasn't casual. It was the kind of closeness that belonged to people who shared something more than coffee. On the back, a date was scrawled in her handwriting, 3 months ago. That night when she returned home, I sat waiting with the photo in my hand. My throat tightened as I forced the words out, steady but sharp. "What's this?" Her body froze. Her eyes darted to the picture, then quickly back to me. "Just a coworker," she said. "We had coffee." The explanation came too fast, her voice trembling at the edges. I wanted to trust her. God knows I wanted to. So I tucked the photo back into the box and convinced myself it was meaningless. But doubt, once it takes root, winds its way around everything, slowly choking the trust you thought was unshakable. The changes crept in quietly. She stayed late at work more often. Unexpected meetings appeared on her calendar. Her phone, once left on the counter, was now guarded by a new password. She'd step straight into the shower the moment she came home, as if rinsing off traces I wasn't meant to notice. One evening I asked softly, "Anna, are we all right?" She smiled, pressed her lips against my cheek and whispered, "Of course." But her eyes betrayed her. They no longer carried the warmth I once knew. One Saturday I suggested we go out for dinner. She hesitated, glanced at her phone and said, "I already have plans." "With who?" I asked. "Just a friend." That word friend landed like a heavy blow to the chest. I didn't push, though every part of me screamed to. Instead I watched her prepare. Lipstick I hadn't seen in months. A perfume bottle I thought had been forgotten. She looked radiant, but not for me. That night I followed her. She drove across town and parked outside a small Italian restaurant. I stayed in the car, my heart pounding as I watched her walk in. From a corner booth, a man rose to greet her. The man from the photograph. He leaned in, kissed her cheek, and she laughed. A laugh so open and unguarded it felt like a knife twisting in my chest. It was the sound of joy she no longer shared with me. Through the rain-streaked glass of my windshield, I watched, each heartbeat heavier than the last. When she finally came home, I lay in bed pretending to be asleep. The scent of her perfume lingered in the sheets, but so did something else. His cologne, faint yet undeniable. I stared at the ceiling until dawn, wondering if I had ever truly had her at all. The breaking point arrived on our anniversary. I tried to salvage what was left, reserved her favorite table, brought flowers, dressed with care. I sat waiting, hope clinging to me like a lifeline. But she never came. Midnight passed before the door finally creaked open. She stepped in, her face pale, lips trembling. "I'm sorry, James," she whispered. "I lost track of time." I looked at her, exhausted and hollow, and asked the question I'd been avoiding for months. "Do you love him?" Tears welled in her eyes. She said nothing. And in that silence I heard everything I needed to know. The next morning she was gone. Her clothes, the shoebox, the photograph, all taken with her. But on the nightstand she left behind the only thing that mattered once. Her wedding ring.